Good evening, guys, and welcome to BoATV for tonight's GT3 Monday race on PC. We are once again at SNETTERTON for round 6 of this championship. Just one more race remaining after this. So I am going to be once again joined in the box by none other than CRS Dizzy. Good evening, mate. How are you, mate? Yeah, how you doing, mate? Oh, I've just got to plug my wheel back in. Change the screen 1 sec. There's... Yes, it was actually dry, but then Sikos had to restart it all, and it all went tits up for everyone. So just give me a second, guys. Typical. Well, it might change during into quali. So there is a 2-hour gap in between sessions. Right. I should be good to go now. Let's get my thing running, and here we go. So we're on ball with Mr. Hartfield, also known as Big Al. Oh, that's bad time phone call. Yep. Yeah, had a great race last week. Well, on Xbox, we didn't see any drive-throughs. Yeah, I'm not expecting any. So just looking who's out on track at the moment. We've got Mr. Hayward's out there. There's my track map. It's a lot clearer than it is on Xbox. Currently only one car on a timed lap. I don't think that's right either. Half it. Yeah. Oh yeah, the three and a half minutes into the session. Yes, it's not pretty. Indeed. So good evening, Sir Rosa. How you doing, mate? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for everyone joining us. How many we got watch at the moment? We have 8. We're not breaking records at the moment, but please stay with us. So hopefully we'll be in for an entertaining race. So we see the Xbox deserters out there at the moment, likes of Owl, And we've got Mr. Barton in the Hooters livery. Also got Mr. Sylvester just ahead of him. And we've got Rick Pink as well, who's just leaving the pits now in the Looney Tunes livery. Just ahead of him is none other than the Mac and Mover. Yep, first wet one we've seen this weekend. Just to let you all into a little secret over the weekend, it was, well, actually, I think GTA Academy might have rained toward the end of the race, but there was actually no rain. I actually done it so there was never going to be any rain. I just told them that there was. Sicko. Yeah, I heard GT Academy was wet towards the end, but I don't know. So, but yeah, Pro and Pro-Am were definitely dry. Yeah, I set the cloud level really low, so it shouldn't have rained. It's hard to really say that's a quick time or not. Good benchmark. See Big Al pulling up, by the way. Yeah. Archer's has popped himself into 10th, 3.7 off the lead. Who's at it? 794, Mr. Williams, making his way down the pit straight. Doesn't seem to be going too quickly, but it might be just the way it looks. Oh, I do apologise. Thank you. No game sound or co-coms, just because I didn't have no desktop sound. So, thank you for pointing that out. Should have game sound and co-coms now. Actually,
Hello,
I might need to turn...
I hope you can hear me.
Got to turn the game sound up 1 second. What's up? Yeah, anyone who's run OBS, there's buttons everywhere, and it's easy to forget one or two of them.
True. So Austin's 55.2, 4/10 faster than Kerr, so boys at the front are trying to make some ground on each other at the minute. Hayward in silver, 1.2 off the pole position. Kerr goes a little bit faster, 2/10 faster, puts himself 2/10 off Austin's as well now. Syco's putting in a good time above Hemming, but Hemming is currently on a lap, about to come through Coram.
And Turner's just about to come across the line, and he goes into 14th. They generally see him improving.
As Hemming comes out the final corner. Can't tell if he's not on a lap.
No, he's down. He's down.
He's down on that lap, so he's going to go again.
Everyone's up at the moment, so it's hard to know where to look. 794. Williams is coming across the line. And I haven't.
See if this BMW can handle the rain here. And he puts himself just in front of Rick Pink and just behind Hayward there, so Hayward's got an advantage so far this time out. In practice, he was a little bit faster than the rest of them, so kind of expect Hayward to maybe fight for that first position in silver on the podium tonight. So we'll see. But the battle between Austins and Kerr currently only 2/10, so keep an eye on those two as they come around the track. Austin's just about to complete a lap, and the 197 car completing a lap as well. That's Taylor, who's just put himself into P8, and Austin's comes across the line, and he goes even faster, 54.6. So he's put 8/10 between him and Kerr now. It's a good time from Austin's that.
Be hard to beat. Kerr looking like the only real contender at the moment. One.
Pink looking strong.
He's just taking time out as well. He's about 3/10 for Kerr.
So they're really closing each other's gap. We've got Rick Pink just about to cross the line.
Got Turner, looks like he's about to take a big chunk out of his lap. And he does, he moves him up to 13th.
So it's, Hemming and Psychos are really far off. And the McLaren's, well, I say that, Hemming's, he's put himself 1.4 off. That's still quite a distance off from where we've seen him. I mean,
might be the conditions, as the guys were saying that it's not rained this week during practice. Well, so
the only two McLarens currently in the field are the two McLarens that are struggling in my view. They're the only two cars that are struggling right now. So I wonder if the McLaren's just maybe not dealing with this weather very well. Could be a thing.
Well done last night, Sarosa. You looked really strong out there last night, picking up a second place. Thought you might actually slow down Trigger. Not to beat. Trigger has won 6 from 6 races in the Pro League as well. Pryor is currently improving. Where is he on track? Did he just come around the final? No, he's way through that.
Middle sector. In that cognizant Aston Martin livery. That is right, isn't it?
Sorry, mate.
That's the right livery, isn't it? He's in a Aston Martin livery, like a cognizant one.
Yeah, I've got two. I've got two different things going on for him at the moment. I've got the one that's on my screen,
I like that one.
and then the one he's also got the in-game one. So
yeah.
I think he liked the more shinier version than what I did for him. One I've got has got BoA in his name and that little written all over it.
Oh, he's gone off track. Buzz Pryor, that's cancelled his lap out. Way too wide on the exit, I think. I think so.
Yeah, but Sikos is coming round behind. The Swedish Viking.
Barton really struggling for pace in the Nissan today.
Yeah, I can imagine
3.9 off.
I imagine that's horrible in these conditions.
Does look like it's a handful at the minute for Barton, so Barton struggling a little bit. Hayward only 1.1 off pole. He's doing a really good job, is Hayward. He's really starting to climb back up the order in the championship. A few incidents here and there, but really starting to climb back up.
I was watching him during practice and he was a bit all over the place, so...
Yeah.
Williams into the pits. Could be that for him, Pink and Pistorius. Pistorius in a Ferrari struggling. That is a surprise.
Yes.
Pistorius, sorry. Not to be confused with Oscar Pistorius.
Hemming's still 1.4 off. He's coming across the line now. Don't know if. See if he gets this. If this could be his lap now. So we'll see what he does. He's got Austin's just in front of him. Austin's hasn't improved. So he's got the chance to improve next lap. But he's gone off. So is that Austin's giving it up? Or is he returning to the pits and getting out? Possibly he's going to get out and do a lap before the timer runs out. It's cutting it fine. And no,
So
that's going to be Austin's. But that's going to be Austin's contention for pole over. So Kerr could still get this now. He's only 2/10 off. He needs a really good lap.
Yeah, nobody's on a good lap at the moment. They're all down. All 16. All the drivers are out on track or are down on their times. Yeah, nobody's proving it at the moment.
Yeah, this weather really probably making people have to drive a bit more conservatively to just get the car around the track, especially with these heavy rain conditions that we've got at the minute. And Kurt, that's it. So looks like Austin is going to take pole position, unless someone comes out with something. Hayward's coming into the pits. So Siakos could be the one to maybe strike a bit of a surprise attack. He starts his last. He's going to start his last flying lap, so we'll see what he does. Oh, really bad through that corner though, when he's got, I think Pistorius just in front of him. No, not Pistorius. Sorry. Got Hartfield just in front of him. Hartfield coming out with another good qualifying performance as well, puts himself P4. So that's a good. It's a good position to get another podium.
Evening, Scara.
Turner just coming through. Oh, Turner's just invalidated his lap, so that's his chances over. Barton just comes through bomb hole and looks like he's.
Don't you start.
Or
bomb hole.
Hey, it's the name of the. Oh, as Turner. Oh no, need to see this. I think possibly Turner was on the track there and put Barton off. I think we may have seen something, but in the meantime, and Psychos is still on a lap, but I don't think it's going to improve. He got really loose in Brundle and comes through Coram Hartfield just in front of him. Can Hartfield improve? That'll be cool to see.
Doesn't look like it. Sorry,
and he comes into the pits. Yeah, it comes into the pits. And yep, Psychos comes into the pits as well, so that's the end of the qualifying session. So that's Austin's P1, Kerr P2, Hayward P3. Yeah, pretty good qualifying session really. The two top guys there, Roy, only split by 2/10, so close between those two this evening.
Yeah, obviously conditions are gonna hinder their qualifying performances. So it's just reading the chat there, but everyone's always complaining that when it rains, don't they?
Yes, they always do.
Always.
They always complain.
But guess what?
Racing drivers love to complain. Racing drivers love to complain.
Yeah, but they also could say they love racing in the rain as well.
Yeah, well, they do say the rain is a great equaliser in motorsport, and obviously that's the case in real life, but I think it really does transition over to the sim quite well in terms of it really does sort of thing, but looks like, I don't know if we have rain or not.
Yep, light, and it's going to be drying. So within, but that forecast has told lies before, so
we will have to wait and see. Yeah.
I'll do that. Can I? I still can't return to garage after that. I think that's stupid on spectator mode.
Yeah.
Surfless cheering on Sirkos. keep an eye out for Rick, because he performed really well leading Ferrari.
He's put himself P3 as well in class, so
Yeah.
good positive position now. I think one thing that we're going to have to look at is this could be a chance for a silver class driver to win this race.
Yeah.
Austins and Kerr have that pace, and if they did break free, then the chance might go. But with this weather, anything could happen, and depends who's got the most confidence on that first lap.
Yeah.
Going in, especially to the first few corners of the circuit. If you can carry some speed, you can make some overtakes. But it's an hour race, so they're not going to want to do anything too crazy, otherwise they'll ruin it for themselves. But at the same time, it's you've got to put a bit of pressure on, haven't you?
Indeed.
An hour's not the shortest amount of time, but it's not the longest amount of time either. It can quickly disappear.
True story. It's not the shortest, and it's not the longest.
Longest, yeah. Okay, see? Murray Walkerisms straight away.
A minute before we get underway.
Yep, so Austin's P1, Kerr P2, Hayward in P3, Williams takes at P4, so he's leading the silver class. We'll see what he can do. Hemming with a bit of a shocker, P5. Rick Pink, as you were saying, doing a really good job. Might see what you can do this race. He starts P6 with Hartfield in P7. Another good showing from him. Sycos putting himself kind of where he kind of is usually at the minute in P8. Taylor P9. Pryor in that Cognizant Aston Martin livery in P10. Pastorius with a bit of a bad qualifying, starts in P11. Sylvester puts himself P12. Bell in 13th. Blanchette 14th. And then Turner and Barton at the back of the grid.
Add another 2 seconds to that banner. What banner? I'm confused.
Alright, we have some conditions. Watch out for curbs and exit, and remember to brake early.
I know what you're talking about. I read that it should be short and sweet. It shouldn't block up the screen too much with animations. What do I know? But here we go. The track is live.
It's going to get wetter.
You reckon it's going to get wetter?
It says it's going to get wetter in 10, and then it's going to get dry again. So we'll see what happens by the end of the race, but I think we've got a bit of a thing here where it's going to dry up and then get wet again.
You've seen that before.
Yeah.
An hour is quite a long time when it comes to the weather.
Well, it's less laps though, so drivers have got to be aware of that. As soon as the pace slows, the lap number reduces, and then the racing kind of is a bit shorter in that respect, although it feels longer. Drivers all getting their brakes nice and warm. Obviously, these conditions mean that the tyres need to get really warm and really grippy. Hopefully, the guys have reduced their brake ducts on the brakes and stuff to let a little less heat out because it's so cold.
Go, so where are they on track? What a way to go, halfway through the lap. Most painful part of the race, I think, for a commentator.
Got a few cars hanging back a little bit, I think, just trying to get some pressure into the tyres. Looks like Pryor's a bit further back than he should be at the minute, but he'll probably catch up with the pack in a minute.
Yeah, go and bomb it. Slam on the brakes, get the heat into them. Because weaving doesn't really help the tyres in this.
It really doesn't. No,
and
it doesn't.
if anything, you're just scrubbing rubber. So.
Well, you can cause a lot of graining, early graining, if you do that in cold conditions.
Yes, well,
So.
in any conditions, especially this new tyre model, you should be doing a tester lap and then going. Should do like a cold lap and then a banker lap, and then push it on your third lap, because I think it takes about 3 laps for tyres to really switch on. They're all lined
It
up
really
2
does,
by 2.
doesn't it? Yeah. Yep, they're getting 2 by 2 now. So Austin's looking like he wants to secure that. He's going to try and secure that first position there before we even get started. He looks like he's really trying to show Kerr that he's not going to mess around at the start.
He's going to have that
Kerr.
inside line, which is going to be key.
Williams in the next green BMW next to Haywood, so you've got Austins and Kerr and Williams and Haywood that are fighting for top honours in their class for this evening. So we'll see what happens. Rick Pink really getting close up behind Williams though, not messing around at all. Really sat Riley really close behind him. But here we go.
Green light, go, go, go.
We're underway.
Here we go, coming into turn 1. It's going to be very slippy. And there's contact. Circles are now just tucked. Circles are now just gone. Yeah, completely took each other out. And they've just tapped each other again just for a good measure.
Meanwhile, the rest of the field kind of opening up a little bit. It's all going on. Lots of cars slow out of the hairpin. Taylor really struggled to get out of the hairpin there, and he's lost the position to Pryor. Pistorius having a look behind him. Sylvester's lost a few positions.
Oh, Pistorius. Ooh, nearly collected Jake on that. When you've got the power down. Struggling to get that stop, but he does. And gets moved back on Jake. So Ferrari definitely looking strong on the brakes in the wet. Austin's got the lead over Kurt, which is ideal for him.
Austin's really struggling to get the power down as he comes through the back end of the circuit and down the Bentley straight. And Austin's really starting to pull away from Kerr. Haywood securing that first placing class and actually pretty close to Kerr as well. So we could see something happen there with them two.
Oh, so Hartfielding, more problems. We're going to get... No, I've got no replays.
Hartfield with quite a bit of damage. Turner somehow at the back at the minute, so he's had a bad start to the race.
Yeah, well, I think he just got caught up in the incident with Alden. So Austin's completes the first lap, followed by Kerr, Haywood, Williams, Hemming, Pink, Pryor, Taylor, Pistorius, and then Sylvester in 10th, who's putting pressure on Pistorius right now.
Pistorius with the fastest lap there, despite being in traffic. So that's a good sign from Pistorius. So Austin's pulling away from Kerr quite comfortably.
Pryor's off the track. Taylor's gone deep. Pistorius might get up and move. No, BMW gets the traction down. So early freeway battle, Ferrari versus BMW. And we've got this another battle going on with Williams and Hemming. Hemming technically in another league, but I doubt Williams will care. He will want that position.
Yeah.
He want podium overall. So Pink off to a good start as well.
Some body work or something being thrown to the side of the track there. I think a tyre barrier being thrown to the side of the track as Rick Pink travels down the Bentley straight and through to through Brundle into Bombhole, and then holds it nicely through there. Ferrari looking pretty good through there at the minute. Hemming only 2/10 off Williams at the minute, so Hemming really starting to hunt, but Rick Pink right behind Hemming is just sticking with him. So is Rick Pink going to try and use Hemming as a bit of a... Oh, as Hemming gets loose at the last turn. So that's actually going to... Hemming's going to lose out here. Rick Pink's going to have a look. Hemming defends. looks like Hemmings just going to hold that. Rick Pink's trying around the outside. And they've got a bit of touching, and Hemmings gone round.
That was a light bit of contact. That was the
dear.
lightest bit of contact, but in these conditions, it's all it needs.
That's all it needs, yeah. So that puts Rick Pink up to 6, Hemming down to 6 now, and it's not a good day for Hemming, really. He needs to be making a charge on holding that second place in the championship.
Al's got drive-through as well.
Oh no.
You see what that was for? I can jump back to that instant with Rick there. If you watch, had a look around the outside. Yeah, if he gave, it's definitely not on Rick. Rick gave plenty of room there.
Austin's with 1.5 gap to Kerr. Hayward a further 2.7 behind, so Hayward just keep minding his own business right now. Good to see. Taylor, meanwhile, Mike Taylor, he's being hassled by Pistorius. Pistorius gets a little bit squirrely, yeah.
Oof.
I've seen that. That was close, wasn't it? Sylvester just right behind them two, so Sylvester trying to make some inroads. Not that far off Hemming right now, so this could be a good day for Sylvester if he gets himself sorted.
We've got Blanchett off the track. You could tell Barton was a bit hesitant there, wasn't too sure where Blanchett was going. We've got retirement as well. Big Al's dropped.
Yeah, he has dropped out, hasn't he? Shame to see that because he did such a good job last week.
Yeah, and he looked strong tonight as well.
Yeah, he did really look strong. Battle's still on for Austin and Kerr. Austin's pulling a bit away, but Kerr just struggling to get the traction down in the BMW a little bit as he comes out of the hairpin. Williams now being bothered by Rick Pink, so Rick Pink's on a charge here. This is a good performance. Really, really solid performance right now from Pink. They're actually pulling away from Hemming, so Hemming's having a really bad day.
I think someone mentioned it in the chat earlier that McLaren is a handful in these conditions.
Does look like it's pretty tricky.
Rick's got to be careful running the curves as well. So easy to spin it. So Sirkos is under a bit of pressure from Pryor here. I don't know whether Sirkos just got past, making his way back after the incident.
Damage. So.
Yep.
Oh. It does look like he's a little bit unsettled in certain corners. Yes. We'll see what Pryor does.
That's what I noticed when I was carrying damage yesterday. You feel like it's fine, but you just start to notice you're losing pace in different corners. You're understeering, and then you get snap oversteer. You just okay, yep.
And we've got Rick Pink and Williams now fighting for position. Pink really got a good line up through bomb hole. He's coming through the corner now and through the last turn. He might even get a drag on here because it looks like Williams is just maybe running quite a bit of traction control just to make sure he gets out of the corner. Gaps Pink a little bit, so Pink will be looking again next lap, but Pink really starting to hunt him a little bit. This is a good performance.
Oh, spoke too soon. It goes wide.
Commentator's curse.
Yep, Hammond's.
Commentator's curse. I'm so sorry, Rick. I'm so sorry.
That turn one is horrible. It's just, I struggle with it. Can't find break point. Taylor.
Oh, someone has gone off behind.
Yeah, Taylor was on the charge then as well.
Taylor's going to lose that position to Pistorius.
So Steve, the only one to pit.
Yep.
Mandatory tyre change. So Rick Pink's got it all to do again now. It's after a great start. Just lost it on turn one. lost the position to Hemming. Although he
You can
hasn't.
see as well just how much damage a slight bit of going wide. He's not hit a wall, he's not span off the track or anything like that. He's just gone a bit wide through a corner and it's lost him position and pace.
Who's that?
Rick Pink. So
Okay.
the fact that he's gone wide, the fact that he's done that, it's given Hemming a bit of breathing room as well. But it's given Williams some breathing room, who didn't. He didn't look like he was going to be able to hold Rick Pink up there. So it's a bit of a shame. So the leaders come across the start-finish line to complete their 5th lap. Austin's and Kurt still quite close together in comparison to the rest of the field.
Yeah, Williams has definitely not got the pace. He's some 6 seconds within 10 minutes behind Hayward. Hayward's 5 seconds off the lead off Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's Aston Martin looking really strong in the conditions again.
Is looking very strong. The Mercedes looking quite strong as well of Hayward. I'm surprised that Mercedes is doing such a good job. It's always been quite a handful for myself. It's good on curbs, it's just a bit of a handful in the rain. But Hayward showing me that that's not the case.
Oh,
So
Taylor's got huge damage. Huge
my
damage.
gosh.
His front end is right
That's
up.
massive.
I've not seen that bad before.
That's massive.
I have noticed since the update the crash physics have improved. Cars
He's got
actually get visible
I think he's got
damage.
steering damage.
Yeah, he would have that much.
I don't know, maybe not actually. Doesn't look like he has.
Yeah, he would have had some sort of suspension damage, I reckon.
Looks like it's just bodywork damage, but it's quite significant. Meanwhile, Pryor and Psychos, they're fine out still. Psychos still getting a bit loose, so I reckon he's going to wait to get in that pit window. He's going to decide to pit at some point, but he's losing out right now and needs to do something about that. Sylvester actually doing a good job and could finish P4 would be a first time P4 for Sylvester at the moment, so yeah.
Sorry,
Williams now
I've
8
just-
seconds from Hayward.
I've lost all my camera views on the app, which is not good. Where'd they go? Okay, it would
Oh, was
appear.
Williams? Oh, that was close, and Hemming's going to get by Williams there because Williams got really loose through the first turn.
Oh,
and Rick Pink's spanning
no.
round. Is Rick Pink going to wait?
Rick
mean, that
shouldn't be
gives-
doing that. He shouldn't be doing that. He should know better than that. Don't wait because it causes more accidents. If you get the opportunity later in the race, give the position back then.
Well, that's put Pistorius now into P2 in class.
Yep.
And Williams is P4, Brick Pink P3. So it kind of worked, but that wasn't the right way to go about it for sure. But I think he went for the move because he thought it was on, and he's actually going to let him by. He's pulling over and lets him through. Did put his indicators on, so did tell people what he was doing. But that means that Chris Bell puts himself up into P3. So that's an all-time good performance from him so far. So he's been there when there's been an incident and picked up the pieces. Good to see the good to see it. Good to see the 66 car doing a good job.
So 15 minutes in, we're cars all spread out pretty well at the moment.
Yeah. One thing
Jake's
about
got
this
damage.
circuit
Sylvester's
is
got
the
damage as
fact
well.
that it splits. Yeah. Well, yeah. Some people have got damage. Yeah.
They've got
But this
quite a-
circuit definitely divides the pack up quite
Yes.
a bit usually.
Taylor's
That's
just leaving.
Taylor
the pit.
just taking it. Yeah. We've seen that at the same time. Yeah. Psychos has taken his pit stop as well, so
He's got 45 minutes just to get on with it. The tyres will be more than durable enough for 45 minutes.
Absolutely. As Hayward starts to lap some slower cars, so Hayward doing a really good job today. Really great job.
Pulling a nice gap to Hemming there. 11 seconds.
That's a good gap. This is the biggest gap on the field, apart from the gap to Saikos and Blanchett, or Blanchett to Barton, is big, but that's the next biggest gap. Is Hayward to Hemming, so silver driver.
We have his Pro-Am battle. Bell
Williams against Pistorius.
And Bell and Pink in
and
there
Bell as well. And Pink, yeah. Pink probably the closest car now, 4.4 tenths off Williams. So he's looking to try and make a comeback. Bell actually holding his own. Actually pulling away from him a little bit.
Car coming to him later in the race. Well, early in the race, sorry.
So the gap from Austin's to Kerr is only 3.2, but that's opened up by a second, so Austin's using that Aston. But Kerr's he's on in line for a really good position here. Some good points.
Yeah, just 2 more races left. Well, 1 more after this.
Yep.
And then we're on to season 7 of Bird on PC. So if you are looking to join a PC league, I believe we could be moving to a Saturday night though. So that could be one thing changing next season.
I might take up on that. I don't have any Saturday leagues.
Because,
usually free on a Saturday night. So.
with the 30 car grids now coming on console, we can. So I was just looking at Rick having a look at Williams then.
Yeah.
But
he is having a look. This could be, well, maybe not, but he's really starting to push Williams again. He's already done this once, it didn't end up well, but he's lining him up.
yeah, he's definitely got a lot more pace. Not even just a little bit, a lot more pace. But yeah, I was saying with the cars going to 60, the grids going to 30 cars, then we could run up to 60 on one day then. So that would free us up for a PC on the weekend.
Yeah.
Solid racing between these two. They had a little coming together earlier, but Rick's doing well, being patient. Although he doesn't want the 2 guys ahead of him to stop pulling away.
Yeah, I think it's the closest battle. He's weaving around a bit to try and, I think, unsettle Williams a little bit, which seems to be working.
I don't think it phases it. I think he's struggling with the car more so. I don't think he's set up for wet by the looks of it. I think he just whacked on a traction control and see how you get on with it.
Just hope for the best. Yeah, as he goes wide through Corum,
Oh,
and he's gone off. He spun it.
And that will
He's
give.
backwards through Corum.
Yeah, that will give Pink the position.
Pariah's coming through Corum as well. Is Williams going to get? Nope, Williams is still stuck on the grass. So Williams dropping quite a way down there. Drops himself down to 6th in class. So that's a bit of a mistake on his part. So that means Pink can now charge after Pistorius. Bell moved himself up into P2, so somewhere Bell made the move on Pistorius, so Bell flying at the minute. But
I think if I was Rick, I'd take my pit stop now.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right thing to do. There's a lot of traffic.
It's not even so much the traffic, he could just come out. Well, the conditions are going to get. The conditions are not going to get drier.
No, there's a massive gap as well, where you know, as drivers, this is what you're going to be looking for: is this massive gap in to come out in free air, so you don't get caught up in traffic. So the leaders at the minute, if they were to pit, would probably end up in that traffic.
I want to push too hard as well. He's dropped off down to 2.5 seconds. Yeah, Rick's looked a lot more consistent since going to Tech. He's looking a lot poorer as well.
It's always the way. So Taylor right at the back of the field now. So took his pit stop. He's right at the back of the field. Turner just in front. 12 seconds in front, but doing a decent job to stay in front of him.
Oh, I keep forgetting
Blanchett.
to add you to our media community as well, actually.
Yeah, you had me away at some point, it's all good. Blanchett's got some damage on the front of his car, by the looks of things. As he comes through onto the Bentley straight, you can see he's got a bit of damage on the front of that BMW. He's the last car in the queue at the minute who hasn't pitted, so yeah, 3 cars have pitted.
I'm looking at the deltas at the moment. They're actually, a lot of guys are improving on their laps, so the track conditions are improving. Half the grid are up on their laps.
Yeah. The rain is due to get a little bit worse. We're meant to have a bit more rain in 10 minutes. As the wind is starting to pick up a little bit. So that could unsettle the likes of the McLarens that are seemingly struggling on circuit right now. Hayward's pulling away from Hemming so much. 13 seconds now from the silver to the pro. As Blanchett comes into the pits, so he's making that decision to come in now.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't done already. We are only 3 away from hitting 400 subscribers, which is awesome. So,
That's good.
but we need to get up to a lot higher to get the emotes and all that lot brought into it. So we need 1,000 subscribers. So use all the accounts you can find. Your cats, your nans.
So Tycar's actually getting lapped by Haywood.
Blanchett into the pits.
Blanchett spinning the pits for, well, he just jumped in the pits a minute ago, so should be coming out, but he's got damage, so that could see him sat in the pits a little bit longer. As, yeah, out he comes, so he's leaving the pits now.
I know why our numbers are quite low tonight. Jardier's on. Bloody Jardier. Can't compete against him. I don't get how he can talk too much, that much.
Oh, that's mad. I don't know how he can do that. I have to concentrate.
Yeah, he just talks. I like the way they feather the throttle and everything. It's like goes against everything I've been taught. But I suppose it's different with this amount of traction control and everything involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, I'm used to Formula One where it's brake, throttle. Maybe some trail braking, but
yeah.
God, yeah, it's on every night. Alright, I was using that as an excuse. Don't shit on it.
Nah, the Formula One though, in terms of the braking and accelerating, it's pretty like basic for every corner, innit? It is basic for every corner, and then like GT cars, it requires a bit of a different thing. Yeah, Sylvester in the pits.
Yes, so go and do that. Go start spamming Jardier's chat. Tell them to come over. No, don't do that. That's not good.
Blanchett coming out the pits. It's just he's out the pits. He's at the back of the field, 2 seconds off Taylor. So that battle between the 2 BMWs at the rear, that's going to start kicking off in the next couple of laps because I think Blanchett's got some pace. No one at the front's really jumped into the pits yet, so I'm wondering when someone will make that move, and if that causes a bit of a chain reaction.
After a half hour mark, I reckon, when they can see the full forecast for the next half an hour.
Yeah.
That would make sense to me.
Which has just changed. That's just changed.
There you go.
So 10 minutes. In 10 minutes' time, we've got a bit more rain, but then 30 minutes from now, the rain does ease off, but it's not going to stop raining.
No, it's going to be a wet race through.
So it's going to be wet the whole way through. So
A wet race? Wet race. Just want to try a replay button it. It says... Okay, that was an instant with Rick, was it? Yeah. That's cool. So
The
I've got
field
I've
goes
got
spread
I've
out.
got I've got replay button here. So if I keep an eye on
Yeah.
it, it'll tell me when there's an accident on track. With
Oh.
this many cars, I don't think there's going to be many.
it's very spread out as well. So if someone makes a mistake, the people around them have either gone past it already, or they've managed to avoid it in time. So yeah, Austin's flying away now, really starting to pull that gap open on Kerr. So it looks like he's really securing that position right now. Haywood still sort of just in that contention, really doing a really good job. Sylvester and Psychos are just battling right now over P12 and P11. So you could see something. Yeah, Sylvester not had the most pace throughout the season as a pro driver in comparison to the rest, but this is his chance to do a bit of defensive work and try and keep Psychos behind.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have gone pro driver for my first PC league. Oh, Taylor's off in the background there.
Yeah, not having a good race is Taylor. Just struggling.
I don't think I can get a closer look short of going into free mode.
Oh, and Blanchette's gone off as well, so the BMWs are really struggling.
And Prior's into the pits. Yes, well, it's interesting to find out what is the weak point of that car.
Yeah. As the rain is starting to just get that bit heavier, you can really see it starting to pick up quite a bit. Way more intense now as Paul Whitburn has joined the race, mid-race.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately he won't be racing with half an hour to go. Looks like he's just joined in to come and watch.
There you go, sir. I can't do that too much. Not seen much of this dude. Hemming sitting in third place in class.
Yeah, 15 seconds away from Haywood, so that McLaren definitely struggling in this wet weather. The MWs are struggling, and the Nissan seems to be struggling a little bit as Barton still hasn't pitted. He's 26 seconds away from Williams, so quite a big gap really, and only passing some people because they pitted. So
I might get in trouble for saying this, but PC is so steady and stable. It generally is quite dull races. I'm sorry to say it, but
Yeah,
Xbox has better
I-
races.
yeah, I get what you mean. I think the numbers can sometimes, if it's a large grid on PC,
Yeah.
it can get a bit crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was in that 35 car last night. And,
Yeah, it's crazy.
The
But
SOP
even-
45 is the biggest I've done, or over 40.
Yeah. But you are right. I think PC is definitely more, because it's so stable. It kind of means that it's a little bit of a less exciting race. But
So you heard it here first, with the updates coming next week, the racing's going to get boring.
it should be quite good on console.
Make sure you subscribe to watch boring races next week. No, it's like It's not just for it's not for the watching, is it? It's for the playing, and the playing is crazy. Like the amount of feel you get in the wheel, you know what the car's doing. You can feel every part of it through a wheel, through a 250-pound wheel.
Yeah.
So you can imagine what the Fanatec's and that lot get to feel.
I don't know if you want to do something about this as the streamer, but you have Paul Whitburn out on circuit.
Yeah. Technically we do allow them to still join. I don't know exactly what's.
He looks a little bit unsteady, so we'll keep an eye on what he does.
As long as he
getting out of the way.
doesn't take out the leaders.
Yeah. So the top 9 cars haven't pitted yet, so everyone decided to stay out as we reach that 30-minute mark.
And there's
so
a car off there. I think that was Blanchett. Allowing Taylor back into 14th.
Yeah, they've kind of swapped positions a little bit, them two. And Blanchett being chased by a Williams.
Sickles just got past Sylvester. Sylvester goes for a little excursion.
Unlucky from Sylvester. Was looking strong there as well to hold that position, but I think that was a bit of inevitability, really. It's going to happen.
There's a real World Boa meetup coming with Surf's going to go and meet Binky. Go and try out his pedals, both in Holland. It's a tiny little country. Anyway, so
easy.
Throw Stoney on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, so Rick's coming back up to Storis here.
The 2 Ferraris battling it out. Both done impressive jobs this evening. Pistorius taking that P2 for a while there, but Bell has just stormed off.
I wouldn't say he's stalled off. I would say because
he's created a gap.
Rick's coming back at him because Rick was 3 seconds behind Pistorius.
He is closing up on them for sure.
Yeah.
We'll see what Bell can do with this traffic. Not really seen Bell have to lap people before. Usually he's the one getting lapped, so we'll have to see how he deals with Turner. Will Turner just let him through on the start finish straight? Will they give him a bit of a tow maybe? No, he's going to let him through.
Great fella is Mr. Turner. I'm going to chat with him this afternoon. Mentor to a few of our members.
Yeah. He's doing an okay job. You know, he's P13 in a minute, so it's top 10 in class, which isn't bad. Having to let a few cars through there. Pistorius has made some inroads. Rick Pink's fallen away from Pistorius there, so I think he's had some sort of issue because he's lost
maybe
quite a bit of time to the 2 guys in front. Pistorius now trying to pressure Bell, so has Pistorius found some speed from somewhere. Bit of a lonely race for Hayward.
Evening, Richard. Yes, it is. And Kerr, to be honest.
Yeah, a bit of a lonely race for all of those guys, really. That's what you get when you're fast. There you go.
Yeah, you don't get no airtime. you don't get
races. You get boring races.
Happy Valentine's. Oh yeah. No, I'm single. Happy Valentine's to all the single fellas out there.
Yeah.
And the single ladies. To the single ladies, my number is in the description below. Yes, it is a bit rough out there tonight, Richie.
Yeah,
It's
it
about
is.
as wet as it's going to get for a lot of these lads tonight.
Yes,
Racing on Valentine's, not a good, not a good one.
yeah, getting told off. Got Hemming. Just kind of on his own. Just got past Sylvester, so he's charging through some of the back markers. Rip Pink is the closest battle right now. He's 3 seconds off Bell. So, some point, Pistorius, we've lost Pistorius. Oh, he's in the pits. Pistorius is in the pits, so Pistorius making that pit stop. So he's the first of the top, like, 10 cars now to pit. Prior and Psychos pitted quite earlier on, so now we're starting to see the movers and shakers in this event.
Sorry, I'll read you the chat. Sorry.
Sorry?
It's they're bringing up references to last night. Big Al exited a little early after being caught up in 2 incidents and then getting a drive through within the first 2 laps.
Yeah.
Although he did qualify really well.
He did. Did the mega jumpers. We've got car 11 off. Oh dear, Pryor's got some serious front end damage on that Aston Martin. I don't know what's happened to Pryor, but that is some serious damage.
Second car we've seen in that condition tonight. See Taylor like it earlier. Battering my liveries tonight, they are. Yeah, so it was Jake earlier, wasn't it? Oh no. Yeah, I think Jake had damage earlier as well.
Yeah.
Also another one of my liveries, so bad omen.
So Pistorius comes out in P8, so he's actually not lost any positions by pitting, so that gap to the cars behind is pretty mega. He is going to get, he's close to being lapped by the leader though, so we should see. Kerr's dived into the pits.
That's what's on Jake's car. Oh, one button.
Kerr comes out the pits now, so we'll see where Kerr comes out with traffic. He's going to come out in a really nice clean air, so that's good to see. So Kerr's got some nice clean air in front of him. If Austin's pits now though, Roy, this could undo a lot of hard work, because that gap to those lapped cars in front of Kerr is roughly about the gap that Austin's had to Kerr before the pit stops.
Interesting.
So we could see him come out right in the middle of a pack of cars here if he makes that pit stop.
Well, just to give you some idea of the conditions and that, last night no cars were lapped, and tonight Whitburn is 15 laps down.
Yeah.
So we've got one extreme to the other.
See if Austin takes his pit stop this lap. So he's keeping himself to the right. Oh, but he stays out front of the lap, so looks like he's trying to open that gap up as much as he can. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Meanwhile, the fight between Rip Pink and Bell closing up. Pink now only 1.4 away from Bell, so he's really starting to put that pressure on now. He's got a slow car through Brundle, and that's Barton round. Brundle and Nelson, and looks like he's going to try and rejoin. I don't know if he actually got in the way there of the car that was coming through Nelson, but looks like he's going to stay well out the way. Kerr wants to make his way through as well. So Barton trying to get back on track there and just get back underway, but getting in the way of a few people there. But
yeah, Rick's right on the tail of Bell here. Although I think Rick dove into the pits, so doesn't fancy another battle.
As we've got Hemming in the pits as well.
Yeah, that was Kerr coming through, I think, as well. Yeah, making his way past Greg.
Kerr comes past now.
Fair play to Greg. The only driver in any of our leagues racing that GT up, I think.
It is a good car, just sometimes it struggles with things, but got to tame it. It's a difficult car to tame though. So Williams hasn't pitted, and he's lost out to Kerr somehow, so I don't know if he's come off the track somewhere. but he's managed to pass Hemming. Hemming just comes out the pits now, so Rick Pink is leaving his box as well, so he's about to come to the end of the pit lane.
Pryor, is he closing in? He can't be closing on. He must, yeah, must. So Jonas back up into 9th place. And I reckon he could take Williams as well, I think, because he's definitely got pace, and we see Sylvester in the distance there, getting sideways. He's not having fun out there tonight, he don't look.
No, he's not.
But spinning psychos.
Austin's still out on track and not bothering to come in. So 20 minutes left of this race. Decided to stay out. Haywood decided to stay out as well. And we'll see what Bell does when he comes through. As he comes through bomb hole now, and he's going to come through Coram.
Well, Richie, if the tyre models are similar, you're going to have a lot more problems on the curbs. The curbs, they hook you if you get there's if you go wide off the curb, you can get hooked onto it and it just keep you going.
Yeah, it tram lines you. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really use it as much for braking. So the curbs and the tyre models are your biggest thing. You're going to be going a lot slower. So I think it's about 2 seconds a lap at first when it first dropped.
We've got Bell in the pits.
Rick's jumped Pistorius in the pits. Oh, actually, Pistorius is closed down on Rick, I think.
Pistorius made a mistake, and then Rick took that position off Pistorius, so Rick's actually lost out in the pits to Pistorius. Pistorius getting a little bit loose in the background there, coming through Coram, but yeah, Rick Pink doing a decent job. Williams is in the pits. Bell is just about to leave the pits, so Bell is going to hold on to second in class as he comes out of the pits. This is a really good day for Bell, so he needs to.
Not miles in front of Rick though. So
he's got that.
But yeah, yeah, Richie, I'd say it's hard to really tell. We don't know whether we're going to get the same update as PC's got or anything. So we'll. It's all depending on what they give us, basically. We won't know until next Tuesday. We've had to cancel our GT4 final race, which was booked for next Tuesday because they brought the update 2 days earlier, didn't they?
So the silver leader, Haywood, into the pits. Yep. Austin's has decided to stay out. So I wonder how far he's going to take this.
Sorry. No, the Bentley's not OP. The Bentley, OP on here probably would be the Ferrari. Or McLaren now, actually.
Yeah.
Or Beamer.
Yeah.
The Ferrari's probably, it just don't get touched really, does it? It's always a good solid car.
Who's that that's gone off? Who's that? Yellow? We've got Barton around at the final corner. Yellow flag flown for Barton. Haywood's just on the way out of the pit box, so he's going to maintain that. But first place is a car's gone off in the background there of those guys. I don't know who that was.
Have you got the livery pack all loaded in?
I don't know.
It's all good though. There's good looking cars out there.
Yeah, I've seen. When I watch the streams, I have a good look at them. So
I kind of lost a love for designing liveries at the moment. Kind of,
yeah, same here.
It's a lot of time.
It is a lot of time. Austin's staying out. Austin's actually got lapped cars in front of him. He should have pitted this lap. This is not going to go well for Austin's.
Yeah, I think he's probably got a 10-second lead. I think he's going to be fine.
I don't know.
Unless, well, we've got one car that's gone off around him. I think he's just got out of the way. Car 5, I think that was, which is Blanchett.
As if someone makes a mistake in front, the issue is with the lap car. If they might be slower, but if they make a mistake and they can't control the car and where it goes, and they end up back in front of you, but the wrong way or sideways or whatever, and you can't avoid it. That's your race over. You know. So
Yeah, that's it.
Austin's just taking a bit of a gamble, trying to see if he can open up that gap to Kerr. But I'll tell you what, the gap to Kerr isn't that big. It's more than a sector, but if the pit stop is long enough, Kerr could actually be right behind him on the pit exit. So we'll have to wait and see.
As you can imagine, Scara, we will be testing the day it drops, the minute it drops. We will be there testing the new updates.
Kerr just getting past Turner. Turner just getting out of his way, doing the sensible thing. Haywood now 17 seconds away from Kerr, but Hemming 10 seconds away from Haywood. So Hemming's actually closed that gap a little bit on Haywood. Obviously not for class position, but still pretty good. Rick Pink currently 1 second off Chris Bell, so he keeps closing it in down Roy, and then he keeps losing a little bit as Bell's gone round. Bell's span. That's so unfortunate for Bell. He was doing such a great job, and Rick Pink's got past him, and Pastorius is going to go past him as well. They're going to go day-to-day, and
up into second class.
Oh no! Pastorius has gone round. Pastorius has spun, and so Bell and Pastorius tried to go into that hairpin together, and Pastorius put his foot down way too early and spun the car. So that puts Bell in P3. Rick Pink puts himself into P2, so he's doing a really great job this evening in that Ferrari. Pastorius is going to put down Bell, but
Sorry.
yeah.
Is it the end for Bell?
Possibly
Sorry,
could be.
Bell and oh shit. Yes, Scar, the Aston is ridiculously strong in these conditions. We've seen Pryor have more offs than Roy Keane.
Oh, we missed it by the way. Austin's did pit, by the way.
Yeah,
21 seconds to Kurt. So, pretty big gap. Yeah, looks like Austin's is going to secure that. But
oh no, that was the wrong one. No, sorry, I've just found an incident, but it wasn't. It was just. Oh, we're going to watch the whole lap, are we? I'll stop this. Okay, I've started the replay, but I can't stop it.
oh, sorry, no, that gap isn't 20 seconds; it's 14. So there's a bit better representation. So you were right. Austin's had about a 10-second lead. He's kind of secured that on Kerr.
Goes Hemming on Taylor, which is another lap. Yeah, Hammer on his day is one of the better drivers I've seen. He's really good on the weekend.
Yeah.
Have I lost? No, yeah, I'm still running. Why can't I change to broadcasting? That's weird.
The gap's really opened up now. That incident with Chris Bell going round on his own.
Oh no, we got Williams. Pink's gone backwards.
What?
Hold on. I think I'm running in a replay.
I think you are.
He's
Yeah,
down.
he's definitely comfortable right now in P5, is it?
I don't know where is this showing me, but yeah, there we go. He's got back to normal. Well, note to self: don't run replays of the fastest or best laps, because it will show you the whole lap, which is good in a way if you know what you're pressing.
Yeah.
Into the last 10 minutes.
Yep. Austin's really secured that gap at the front now, so safely say Austin's looks like he's going to. Well, if I'm right, looking at the championship, he'll clinch the championship this evening. I don't think anyone can catch him. So this could be a championship winning event for him. Let's have a quick look at the.
He's what?
The running order.
32 seconds ahead of Hayward.
And he's 36 points in front of Hemming in the leaderboard. So it's a pretty big amount of points.
Sorry, I'm going to have to jump in a bit there. I've got questions getting thrown at me. Boa, mate, I'm definitely up for that. Branzach, just up the road for me. So, yeah, more than up for that. No double points last race of the season. No, not this season. Short season. Didn't really think it was fair to do that at the end of the season. But possibly next season, double points, double length. But we're into the final 10 minutes.
Oh, the cars are really spread out now. There's really no one battling anyone anymore. It's I suppose you've got Williams and Williams is just looking to get past Blanchette. So yeah, it's kind of
Petered out.
died off a bit now. It's kind of petered out, and everyone's doing their own thing. We'll see what happens in the last 10 minutes, but at the moment, this looks like this is where it'll finish.
Yeah, this has been my the only negative about this league is being the gaps. Obviously, it's going to come with still no people coming and going.
Yeah.
Mandatory tyre change. Well, there will be some sort of Mando pit. Yeah, do what Mr. Weir says there, because we are only 3 away from hitting that magical number of 400. And then I'll be agging you guys to get us to 500. What we need to do is a nice big team battles or something like that again.
Yeah,
That
CRS are planning something at the moment that's got an F2 season next month.
A what?
Formula 2 season.
Okay.
And then looking at doing some sort of team battle thing. So.
What on that?
No, possibly just on ACC.
Okay.
But we yet to fully form anything up. But that's the plan.
Oh, I'm more than happy for someone else to run it this time because it was a headache.
Yeah.
But it was really
a lot of fun. Just
yeah, it was a really good event. Like getting up to 90 viewers and one of the thingies and that lot, but the amount of promotion it took was insane.
Yeah.
So, and working with other teams and that lot. I'm glad you worked. I think the teams worked this season. So those of you who don't know, watching PC, Xbox guys all joined constructors. So we had constructor championships going as well this season. We're looking at incorporating PC into it as well next season. Possibly GT4 as well. So, yes, adds another layer to everything.
Yeah, it does.
Let's find another car to watch because we've watched Bell for about 4 laps now. Let's watch our race and championship lead up. Mr. Austin's in the Aston.
Pulling away from Kerr. Really just pulling away from him every lap.
And pulling away from everyone. Oh,
Yeah.
Sylvester and Turner. We've got a battle coming on.
Oh no, Sylvester's just gone off.
Oh, maybe not. Yep, that's Whitburn in behind him, so...
Yeah.
And that's Hayward coming up behind Sylvester now.
Hayward wants to get past. Doesn't really need to flash at this point in the race, I wouldn't say. But
He's
I
he's probably
understand.
nervous.
I understand why. I understand why. He's got such a massive gap to Rick Pink. You know, he's got about a 30-odd second gap, so he's secured this silver win tonight. If he doesn't make any mistakes, so looking good from Hayward. It's been a positive day for him.
Yes, it has. It was really good. He was incident prone galore when he first joined BoA, but with experience, he's become more of a complete driver.
Absolutely.
Same with many of the guys out there. Not everyone has pace. Some of the guys are a bit older. But, well, you look at Al, he's in his 50s. He got podium last week. So it's not just a 16, 17-year-old esports guys who can
No, well,
go out there and race.
This is the thing, though. Some people don't have qualifying pace, so they can't push, but they have a good race pace and good racecraft. So this is how things shuffle up usually.
Yeah.
The fastest driver isn't necessarily always the winner. So, yeah.
Next season we'll begin. I've got it penciled in for the 12th of March. So short break this season. Then we'll do basically a 4-month race. I think there's 11 or 12 races, and then we'll take a break July and August for summer, and then we come back September, October, November for the winter series. Or autumn series, I suppose. Winter, autumn. Yeah, we're not going to run leagues in summer anymore. Absolutely pointless. Massive dropouts.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah. It's normal. Hayward looking to get past a bit more traffic.
Yeah, I think Hayward probably... he just does not want to... Well, you got cars lapping each other, unlapping each other. You got Jake off in the background once again.
Yep. It's all going on. As Whitburn pulls over.
You want 24 hours? What, 24-hour race? Well, we did that last year with FGTR. We streamed it for them. And I can tell you, streaming for 24 hours is painful.
It's hard work.
It is painful.
Yeah.
So, big up to Binky. He rescued me that race. Because he let me have half hour sleep. But I had him in my ear roll at the same time. So it wasn't really sleep. There's been many great experiences on... since taking BoA where we've gone with it. Plenty more to come, hopefully.
Fire's having a really bad day. That Aston, I think, has broken its steering.
Thank you very much, Mr. Whit. Yeah, but FGTR have approached me again about doing it again this season. Just debating whether to do a 24-hour or a 12-hour, but we will definitely be doing it again. We understand that we have got one of the bigger channels of the smaller teams, I'd say. With obviously you got SOP and you got SRO. Yeah, you ain't competing with them.
No.
Although I find their streams rather dull. I don't. Yeah. That'd be great to have more people on board than that lot. I mean, maybe we could run it on PC. Actually, no, screw it. We're not running it on PC. It just causes problems. But yeah, we probably will do a charity event at some point this year. I'd like to do 1 or 2 a year. Raised over £4,000 so far for charity in our history. and that normally comes by teaming up with other communities.
So we've got 40 seconds left of the race, so we've got probably, this is the last lap, Roy.
Where's Austin's now?
Austin's is down the Bentley
seconds.
straight at the back, so I don't see him crossing the line in the next 30 seconds. I'd say that's the race done. Austin's is probably going to just... I'd take it easy as Austin's now. I wouldn't be pushing it. Yep, he is just taking his time now. Lifting off the throttle, just nice and easy. 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, definitely end of the race. What's a performance by Austin's tonight?
A complete domination from lap one.
Unfortunately, he did lose his competition with Luke and Malone and other drivers not coming.
There we go, Austin's crosses the line.
Leader has finished.
There we go. What a win from Austin's, really, really dominant win. Kerr just coming through Coram now into the final corner. He's going to secure himself that P2 position on the in the race. Really, really good performance from Kerr. The story really, Haywood 20 seconds ahead of Hemming, so Haywood has really pulled out all the stops this week, and I think he's going to be very happy. He's definitely got to be a pro next season with this performance, and he's going to come across the line. He's going to take the silver, the silver win. Flashes his lights as he comes across the line. Great job from Haywood. Probably actually not my driver of the race, because Rick Pink, who's going to finish in 5th, he's my driver of the race this week. Really,
big shout out to him, because he wasn't going to race. He went back to Xbox at the beginning of the season. He's come back. He's got his head down, showing consistency and a bit of pace as well every week.
And
so
taking a 2nd in class this week, so a mega job, and you can see what that means to him as he weaves the car left and right, flashes those lights. He's happy about that. And Chris Bell comes across the line, and he's going to take P3. So yeah, a bit of a different podium for the Silver Boys this week. The likes of Pistorius and Williams and Pryor, not there. Haywood, the standout contender, but Britt Pink and Chris Bell making some good inroads and getting a podium each, which is really good to see. So they'll be happy with that.
Spartan's going to bring it home as well in 13th. Yeah. And there we have it.
There we go. Well, interesting race.
Indeed.
But I think, interesting. A little bit quiet in places, with the gaps, but all in all, a good race. And congratulations to Austin and congratulations to Haywood on the wins.
First quarter was decent, but by the looks of it, it does look like Austin's picked up the title of our 2nd PC GT3 league. So well done to Austin's. So well done to Haywood and Pink picking up their podiums. I think it's going to be Pink's first podium. So in class anyway.
I think you're right. I'll double check now.
Yeah, it will be. I'll pretty guarantee. Yeah,
it's first podium.
Scara, we're actually seeking new admin members and that lot at the moment. So we will be advertising. So, and if anyone does want to get involved, your best bet is just to hit me up and say what you'd like to do, because that's the best way we do it. We want guys to do jobs that they enjoy doing, not jobs that I want you to do, sort of thing. So if you enjoy it, then you can go and do it. So yeah, there's plenty of roles available. So whether it be league management or graphics, or just loads of things, commentary, streaming is what we definitely need. So, but thank you very much. Thank you very much again, Dizzy, for joining me. So you with us next week for the final race?
I will be for the final race. We'll see who takes the lead in the silver, because that's still a battle to go on. But congratulations to Austin for taking it this week. So yeah, I'll be back next week.
Brilliant. So we will sort out about driver interviews and things like that. So we will work on that for next season, that lot, because it's not the first time it's been mentioned tonight. It's been mentioned by other people as well, so we'll look into it. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. Thank you for joining us at Snetterton. It's the last time we'll be here this weekend. We'll be joining us tomorrow night for the final GT4 race of the season over on Xbox, and then we're back on Saturday for the final GT Academy, and then the final GT3 of the season. So thank you very much, guys. Well done to Austin's once again. Well done to Haywood and Pink for your positions. Well done, everyone. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow night, 7:30. Bye bye.
Thanks very much, guys. Bye.